Alrighty, we're back. It is time for some wet forming. Stitching's great. I took my knife, being that mine is a carbon steel knife, I prefer that over stainless. I don't know, it seems to hold on edge a little better, in my opinion. Anyway, I taped it up. I've got old Cabela's bag on there and just kind of wrapped it all up good. And that's just nothing gets wet. So I'm going to get my trusty bucket back on the bench here. And I'm just going to have to bend the sheath a little bit to fit it in there. But I'm going to soak it for a little bit. When it's time to pull it out, I'm probably going to give it a couple of minutes in here anyway. And I'm going to pull it out and we'll wet form it. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alrighty, I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to shake it off a little over the bucket. I'm just going to pat it dry a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to have to put the knife in. Obviously, it's not going to fit. That's why we're wet forming. I'm going to stick my thumb in there. I just got to get the handle in there. And in it goes. Right around here, there's a little choil part. So I'm just going to form there. I'm going to form around here. And I'm just going to do this all with my thumbs. I'm not going to use any clamps or mallets or anything. This is my preferred way to do this. And it's really quite easy and it gives good retention. You got this part of the knife right here that is kind of formed. So once you're formed around that, it's not going to come out. And leather sheaths typically have a little tighter fit anyway. Now, I certainly can clamp it if I want to. The part around the blade doesn't really need to be formed. I'm just squeezing down my crease a little bit, you know, my bend around there a little. But right around here, which would be the hilt, I think that's what you call it. I don't know, I get stupid sometimes. And then right around where your finger goes here by the choil or finger guard or whatever you call it. I'm not a knife expert. I just make sheaths. I like knives. So you can tell how it's formed. And that is going to be wonderful. So we're just going to let this sit. I'm going to let it sit for a couple of days. You know, just because it gives it a chance to dry with the knife in it. I'll dry it, let it sit 2 days this way. Then I'll pull the knife out of it and let it sit for a couple more days before I do anything with it. And this is that part of that time-consuming part of leather working. And this is just the way I do it. Some people don't let it sit that long. Some people air dry it with a fan or something. I'm not a fan of doing it that way. I like to just let it air dry. And my basement's a little, I don't know, it's not real damp, but you know, it's not like it would be upstairs. But this is just the way I like to do it. It gives it time to slow cure, and when it's done, it's great. It really holds its shape well. You know, this magazine pouch is single layer leather, and the forming process has got it hard enough where I can push down on it pretty hard, you know, and has great retention for the magazine, but you can still get it out. So anyway, I'll be back in a couple days when this is ready to pull the knife out. See you then. Stay safe. God bless. Alrighty guys, been a couple of days. The forming looks beautiful, lovely. We're gonna pull the knife out. Let's get all the schmutzier off it. Let's see what we got. See how our final fit is. Well, like I said, I wouldn't have to let this dry for 2 days, but jeez, how much bigger a pain in the butt can this be? Went to lunch today with a buddy, and I was going to go out to the local gun shop. Figured you might want to ride along. And it started raining and stuff, and he went home to take a nap. So did I. So, here we go. First shot. Oh, come on now. There we go. What more can you ask for? I don't think you can. It's a perfect fit. So I now have a wonderful sheath for a great knife. You can't ask for any better, because it is not going to come out of there unless you take it out. So inside, a belt loop, the knife in there. There we go. One last thing that needs to be done. If I can keep my belly from bumping into my bench here, is we need to oil it. And I'll probably go over it a couple of times. And when I do this, I'm going on, it's going to be a little heavy, and we're covering pretty much everything. Now the neat's foot oil is really cool because it soaks in real good. And this is the way I like to do my knife sheaths. The neat's foot oil is not going to hurt you, so I'm not wearing gloves. Now the oil, well, it takes on a nice little shine to it. It won't stay that way. Once it soaks in, it's going to dull up considerably, which is fine, because I don't need a super shiny knife sheath. That's not what it's all about. But the oil will protect the sheath and the knife, because the oil won't hurt the knife either. We're just going to work it in a little. Now you can use Obenauf's or coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil. All those things can be used. I prefer neat's foot oil. I know Dino likes to use Obenauf's. You know, everybody you get your own taste in what you like. And that's cool. That's the beautiful part of having other products available. So I'm going to let this sit. I'll probably let it sit a couple hours, put another coat on, a couple more hours, and I'll get 3 coats on, but other than that, I think we're going to call that the end. We have a great knife sheath and a great knife that go together well. So everybody stay safe. God bless. Thanks for watching the series. Mike, I hope this helps you out a bit. Have a good one. And we'll catch you next video.